Welcome back to Happily Home Cooking. Today we're making beef stew with an Asian twist. We're taking our tried and true traditional beef stew recipe and infusing it with some delicious Asian-inspired ingredients and flavors. And we'll be making this in our slow cooker for a super easy dump and go recipe. Want to see how this turns out? Come hang out in the kitchen with us while we make some Asian beef stew. So we'll start by prepping some of our traditional beef stew ingredients that we are using in this recipe today, starting with a large onion. You can cut these however you like, but I like to do long, thick slices. And as I said, this is going to be an easy dump and go recipe, so we'll just toss them into our slow cooker. And I'll use my hands to loosely separate them. Next, we'll be adding some carrots. I'm going to peel about 4 medium carrots. And slice them on a diagonal. About that thick. And we'll toss our carrots into our slow cooker along with our onions. Now for our first Asian-inspired ingredient, we're going to use shiitake mushrooms. The little tiny ones we'll throw in whole, but the larger ones I'll slice thickly. And into the slow cooker they go. Then we'll also add some potato. I always add potato to our usual beef stew, and I considered leaving it out of this Asian-inspired recipe as I wasn't sure how traditional that would be. However, potatoes go really great in stew, and I like to have the carbohydrates personally. And really, we're just playing in the kitchen and going for delicious, satisfying flavors. So we are adding 1 large russet potato cut into chunks. Now for our meat. We're using pre-cut beef stew meat. If you like grass-fed beef, Sprouts has a great selection. We're using about 2 pounds, and we're not going to brown it first or anything. We're just going to toss it in the slow cooker. Make sure to remove the little absorbent paper though. And I'm just going to separate the meat a bit and kind of nestle it down into our veggies. And now for our aromatics and seasonings. We'll add some fresh garlic. I'm using about 5 cloves, which I'll smash, peel, and chop. And add to our slow cooker right over our meat. Next, we're going to add some fresh ginger. I'm using a thumb-sized piece, which I'll also peel. And we're going to slice our ginger into little matchstick type pieces. Just like that. But you can mince yours or do it however you like. I don't know why, this is just the shape that I like. We're also using some fresh shishito peppers today. These are generally mild sweet peppers, so I'm not going to worry about removing the seeds. We'll just cut them into chunks. And toss them in the slow cooker. Our next Asian flavor bomb we're adding is some fresh Thai basil. Now this is not something that we typically use. In fact, I think this is only our second time buying this ever. But like I said, we're playing with flavors in the kitchen today. So we figured we'd try it, see what happened, and we really liked it. We're just throwing in maybe 10 whole leaves into our stew. We're also going to add some dried red chilies for some spice. We couldn't find any Szechuan chilies, so we used some Mexican red chilies. Now this is the only thing I would change about this recipe for next time because these babies were quite hot. They really made the stew pretty spicy, so if you like spicy, go for it, but I'd probably personally do just 4 chilies next time. Just rinse them and toss them in whole. Now in a measuring cup, we'll mix the rest of our seasonings, starting with a 1/4 cup of low sodium soy sauce. We actually add this to our traditional beef stew as well. It just adds great overall flavor. We'll also add a tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, and some better than bouillon for a flavor boost. I like to use a combination of both chicken and beef, so we'll add a rounded teaspoon of each. I'm sure vegetable bouillon would work great in this as well. Now I'll give our flavor sauce a mix here just to help disperse the flavors. The bouillon is not going to dissolve, so don't worry about that. We're just gonna help break it up a bit so it's not sitting in one big glob on top of the stew. We want to spread the flavor around. We'll pour it over the top of our stew. Along with 3 cups of water. Season it up with some salt and pepper. Then cover this puppy up and we're ready to let our slow cooker take over. By the way, this is my first time using my new Bella slow cooker, which is just so pretty, I can't stand it. And I forgot it has this nice little spot underneath to wind up the cord for storage. I'm used to my old one that just left the cord kind of flopping around loose. Now that our power cord is freed, we'll just turn our slow cooker on and we'll set it to cook for 6 hours on high. We'll come back in about 5 hours though to add 2 final ingredients. So it's been 5 hours and our stew is almost ready. For the last hour of cooking, we're going to add some Napa cabbage. I'm adding this at the end because it cooks so much faster than our other veggies, and I want to keep it a bit more fresh so it doesn't turn to mush. I'm using half a head of Napa cabbage, which I'll cut into chunks. For this last bit of cooking, we're also going to add a little cornstarch slurry. This isn't going to make the broth into a real thick sauce, it's just going to give it a little bit of body. So we'll mix a bit of cold water with a rounded tablespoon or so of cornstarch. I'll pour in my cornstarch slurry first, and just help mix it into the broth a bit. Then we'll toss our cabbage right over the top of everything. And I'm just going to help nestle it down in a bit. Then the lid goes back on for the last hour of cooking. And just like that, our Asian beef stew dinner is ready. If you like, you can top it with some fresh cilantro and green onions for that extra kick of freshness. This Asian beef stew turned out so incredible. Our whole family loved it, minus it being a bit hot for our taste with those red chilies. But that's what's fun about creating new recipes in the kitchen. And now we know how we like it for next time, and we hope you enjoyed watching and getting some new ideas to play with in your kitchen as well. If you'd like to see our more traditional beef stew recipe, you can click the link here and make sure you subscribe to our channel for more of our family favorite recipes and fun in the kitchen. We'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day and happy home cooking!